Antarctic clothing is allocated to keep you safe and warm while in extreme or normal working environments of Antarctica and the Arctic. BAS on average hands out 300 clothing kits per year. These can vary depending on the duration of your tour and where you are heading. There are several types of kit allocation, as we have northern stations such as Bird Island, King Edward Point and Sydney, southern stations like Halley and Rotherham, and our two Antarctic vessels, the James Clark Ross and the Shackleton. The main thing relating to clothing we can take from this is that generally the northern stations are warmer and a lot wetter than the cold, dry southern stations, while ships receive a mixture of weather as they travel through the different climate zones. Kit is issued differently for these zones of stations, and each station will have some in situ equipment to supplement your kit allocation for specific jobs such as deep field work and winter travel. In Cambridge stores, you will be provided with a kit list for the area you are going and a bag of brand new or nearly new clothing. It is very important that you try on every item of clothing and discard any packaging before sealing your kit bag. Once at your station in Antarctica, we do not expect to swap items that do not fit you, as this is your responsibility to sort out in Cambridge stores. You could be wearing these items of clothing for several months, and once south you may find there's nothing in your size. So take time to go through every item until you're perfectly happy with it. Stores will be very happy to answer every question you have. BAS Clothing works on a layering system. This system works well for adapting to a wide range of Antarctic climates and different activities. The components of the layers are a base layer, a mid layer, a shell layer, and an extreme layer. As far as underwear goes, you will need to provide your own. The base or thermal layer is next to the skin and is generally close-fitting and made from merino wool or polyester. Unlike cotton t-shirts, this layer provides a thermal warmth that is still warm when damp from sweat, and it will also wick the dampness away from your body. Here Adam's first thermal was too large, and the second too small, while the third fits perfectly. So he can now take it off and throw it in his bag. The mid layer or warmth layer is made up of thin fleece jumpers, fleece trousers, and generally a larger fleece jacket. This layer provides extra warmth on cool and cold days, depending on how much you put on. The shell or windproof layer is to protect you from wind chill. On the southern station, a windproof is all you need, which comes in the form of a Vander jacket for station use and a Ventile jacket or Paramo jacket for deep field and winter use. This will, through time and the use of resources, move to being only Paramo jackets. It is important that you have a waterproof jacket for the northern stations. When you're trying on the layering system, it's worth putting them on in order to make sure that the shell layer can fit over the rest of the layers. Staff working aboard ships operating in polar waters are equipped with polyurethane jackets and coated salopettes. The extreme layer or deep field insulation layer is only given out to field parties and winter trippers. It is kept on stations down south and will be handed out to people who require it. It includes either skidoo suits, down trousers or down jackets. If you're going straight into the field without passing any bases and you require a down jacket, you will need to get this from Cambridge stores. For your extremities, everyone will get hats, gloves and neckies, plus extra hard-wearing gloves for working. These items consistently change, so you may have different kit from others. Again, try all of these on before you come south, as they often come in different sizes. You will receive a variety of gloves to help you do different jobs. Big deep field gloves will be given out on bases, so don't worry too much if the gloves don't look substantial enough for deep field use when you are in Cambridge. Do make sure you have the required amount though, as stated on your list. All of these items you should personally check off on the kit list. Ask for help if you're not sure of the names of the different items. Also, anything that is taken from southern stores will need to be signed out and returned to the stores on station. All clothing and equipment remains the property of BAS. Antarctica is a very cold place, Halley and Deepfield being the coldest, and South Georgia being the warmest. Although South Georgia is the warmest, it also has the quickest changing weather and the strongest winds, so there's plenty of weather to be ready for with the right kit with BAS. Saying this, it can also be very warm, and occasionally people at bases have been seen with shorts and t-shirts walking around outside, even at Halley in the summer. And it is common for people to wear non-thermal clothing on bases to keep cool at work. All BAS buildings are centrally heated and are kept warm. This means you can be uncomfortably hot with thermal clothing on, even with just the base layer. Bear this in mind and bring plenty of your own normal clothing with you. Also, if you have some favourite items of cold weather clothing that you use at home, you may wish to bring them with you in your P-box. The final layer of protection that BAS provides is against the sun, which in Antarctica is incredibly bright, and the reflection of the snow can even burn up inside your nostrils. There are huge amounts of suntan lotion on all of the BAS bases. The final item for your kit bag before you seal it up is a pair of glacier glasses to protect your eyes. Once everything is ticked off on your list, you should be able to seal up your bag, write your name on the side of it so that it's ready to go south.